In this video, I want to walk you through some really cool tips and tricks about how to use the mapping canvas in Funnelytics for efficiency, team alignment, speed, and all of that stuff. So these are some really cool features that you may not know about that we can do. The very first thing I want to highlight is this top navigation bar. And when you hover over it, you'll see that there are keyboard shortcuts. So for example, T right here, R is for a rectangle, ellipsis, triangle, etc. So I can literally just go ahead and hit T, and now I can start to type hello. Here's my basically text tool, right? And I can go and hit R, and now I have a rectangle tool. I can hit O, and here's the ellipsis tool, and I can hit P, and there's my triangle. So just for speed, efficiency, etc., you can kind of use this. Now, another cool thing with this is I can also hold spacebar. If you don't have a trackpad to kind of move around, you can hold spacebar and pan around the canvas by just holding spacebar and kind of moving around. Or if you've got a mouse with the middle button, you can use the middle button to make that happen as well. Now, one of my favorite ways to map inside of Funnelytics is to double click on the canvas. It opens up the menu very quickly. Now, you can open the menu by doing this right here, by clicking over here. You can open the menu by right clicking and hitting add step, or you could just double click. And when you open up this menu, one of the cool things that you could do is you can pin it. So you can pin it on the canvas and basically now use this as a workspace. So I can just make it a little bit bigger. I can easily navigate through all of the different types of icons that you have in here. And I could just drag and drop and add these icons onto the canvas without this bar and this menu disappearing. So I could just continuously add everything that I need and put it on there, and that stays. I can unpin it, and then when I click on the canvas, it is now gone. So it's that simple. Now, personally, I like to search for icons. I like to move quickly when I'm mapping some stuff out. So again, when I double click on this canvas, I can use the search functionality and start typing Facebook, and there's my Facebook icon. And again, I just go back and now I want an opt-in page. I start typing opt-in, and there's that icon. Now I can align these and I can arrange these in terms of arranging them in and spacing them out in a specific way, or aligning them either horizontally or vertically. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to go in and align them, and then I'm going to make them nice and neat in a nice clean row like that. So just that quickly, I can just align and arrange these icons, space them out in a very quick way. Now, one of the coolest things is I can also connect these icons very fast. So I can go and add another icon like this. And let's say let's get rid of these. Let's say I want all of these different traffic sources right here. So I'm going to go and arrange these so that they're nice and neat. But I want all of these to connect to this. It would be kind of annoying if I had to click every single one of them and drag and connect and then drag and connect. It just takes a lot of time, right? So what I can do is I can go and select. Here's another cool thing. I can highlight all of these lines. I could just hit delete and they're gone. But I can select these icons, and then I could just literally drag when all of them are selected, and it will instantly add all lines across. So if I've got a lot of different icons that I want to connect to something, I can go and do that. I can also do it backwards. So let's say I want both of these pages right here, and I want to drag backwards to this Google ad. Now I've got a line that is connected, and you can see obviously the guiding lines allow me to arrange this and make it nice and clean. Okay, so those are a couple of cool things. Again, select multiple lines, go and make a delete. I can also do that, by the way, and change the line type. So I can change the connection type to a dotted line right here to ignore in between steps if I have analytics on, and it'll just instantly change the line type very quickly, very fast. Now, another couple cool things with Funnelytics is the ability to resize icons. So by resizing icons, I can emphasize different things. Now I can do a group resize by selecting multiple icons and then just going ahead, and let me just unselect this. I'm going to go in and select these icons, and I can just kind of select all of them, and now all of them get resized at the same size. But what I really want to highlight is specific things. So I really want to showcase Facebook, for example. I want to showcase the fact that when somebody goes onto this download page, there's a button click that occurs. That's something that's important. And now I can show depth within the canvas. And I could use, for example, a rectangle right here to highlight this. I'm going to go ahead and use the text tool over here and say that this is traffic. I'm going to go and resize this text tool to identify that this part of the journey represents traffic. So these are some cool little features that I can use inside of Funnelytics to really show depth and all that stuff. Now, a couple other cool things that I want to show you. Next one is the ability to add thumbnails. So I can take any URL, I can go and put funnelytics.io, for example. When I click on style, I hit the little screenshot. Funnelytics will go out and take a screenshot of that. And as you can see, it just loaded. I can relabel this and I can, again, make this a lot bigger. And now here's the screenshot that comes with this. So these are some really cool features that you have inside of Funnelytics to help you map and kind of move at a much faster pace. You can also add custom icons, so you can add your own different icons and start making the canvas your own. And a couple other things that I wanted to do. Did I cover everything I wanted to share with you guys? Yes, it looks like I covered all of the cool things that you can do very quickly. Actually, there's one more that will make your life easier. And for all of you who are a little bit OCD and love things to be super aligned like myself, this is something that we've built to make it very easy for you to align things and make sure that things are connected where you want. So I'm going to go and delete these. I want to, for example, remove the, change this line, and I want to connect it to different nodes. So you could see when you hover over and you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes that you can connect to. So if I always want everything to be connected right here, I just hover over this node. And now anytime I move this icon, it will always have it on that node. Now, if I select the middle one, it will hop around and it will just go straight to the outside nodes, okay? So that is basically what happens in the middle one. Now, the cool one that you may not be able to know is if I drop anywhere outside of a node, so anywhere on the icon, but not on a node specifically, basically it will just follow the path at all times. So it won't go to one specific thing. It will just go and be the closest touch point within the path. So now you can have a bunch of icons. Let's say I want to take this. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate. And that's another thing that I can do very quickly. I'm going to go and duplicate these. I'm going to arrange them like this. I'm going to align them like this. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to select all of these icons right here, and I'm going to go and connect them to here. And you can instantly see that now they're all connected, but they're not connected to one specific point. I don't really like that. I want them all to be connected to one point, so I can go and actually delete these lines, reselect this, move them all so that they are all connected to that one point. And that's nice and clean. I'm gonna have to go and rearrange some of these right here. So I'm gonna go and select this one, move that over here, and move that over here. And the last one right there. And now all of a sudden I've got some nice clean lines that represent everything. So there you go, some tips and tricks on how to use Funnelytics for mapping and mapping efficiency. Cheers.